Walnut Grove.
Thank you, Chair, and thank you to my colleague for allowing me to speak on the brewery file. According to BC Business, BC is home to about 240 breweries. There was about $1 billion worth of sales between 2024 and 2025. 769 million was from BC domestic breweries, 92 million from imports. According to BC Craft Brewers Guild, since 2026, markup rates have favored foreign-owned breweries. BC's three largest are Labatt, Molson's, and Sleeman. On top of more favorable markups to foreign-owned breweries, they also have less production costs due to scalability in packaging, ingredient costs, and overhead costs, resulting in larger profits going to foreign-owned breweries, profits which leave BC. For an example, foreign brewers can produce a can for about 36 cents, and domestic is up to 95 cents per can. So it's quite a significant difference even on making the cans in which they sell the beer. So the more successful a BC brewer becomes, the more they're penalized due to the taxation rates on hectoliters sold and the threshold. Large brewers markups are reduced by 60 cents a litre on the first 50,000 hectoliters, which ends up being a markup that is lower than the markups charged on mid-size and small BC brewers. In 2025, over 20 BC brewers closed. And we're not talking breweries that are, new startups, trying to navigate a market. We're talking substantial breweries that have been in existence for a very long time. I have an example of a long-established brewery in my area, which, we've got small businesses covering, MSP coverage, the increase in sick days, all of those things that impact small businesses. And on top of that, they had to pay out $300,000 of seasonal product that got stuck in the BCGEU strike sitting in a warehouse. They had to buy back their own product when margins are extremely slim right now for the industry. And that was just to be able to secure their shelf on the BC liquor stores. I know that in September, the BC Brewers Guild was in communication with the Ministry of Agriculture, advocating for a shift in how markups are charged, which would result in only a 1% increase to the foreign-owned breweries and would actually be revenue neutral for the Treasury. So this is not the taxation shift or the markup shift wouldn't actually cost. It would be revenue neutral. So it seems like a relatively easy thing that we can do to support BC businesses. So my question through the chair to the minister is, at a time that record number of BC brewers are closing, why are we still giving deals to foreign-owned breweries over supporting local breweries? And in light of the conversation that happened in September, when can changes to the markups be expected at a time where time is critical for a lot of these businesses? So how long before they see those changes, and how long are we going to keep supporting foreign-owned breweries over BC breweries?
Recognizing the minister to answer the question. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm really glad to see the member and happy to have the question about craft breweries. Craft breweries are just one of the real joys in our province, and we've seen many communities right across the province have success in supporting their local craft breweries. These are companies that some of them are very, very small, but they have a major impact on the feel of the community. They're like the heart of the community, gathering space wherein people are really looking for that kind of thing. People really want to support local, and some of these microbreweries, it's literally 2 kilometers is their distance of that they're acquiring input. So they're really, really important. I know that there's been a conversation on how to make life easier for folks like that. Maybe just an overall global snapshot of alcohol consumption globally is declining. Beer consumption in the province of British Columbia is declining, but these important businesses are still critical to not just urban British Columbia, but rural British Columbia. And I recently had a group of them just 2 nights ago in my office where the Craft Brewers Guild put forward a lot of the things that the members have been talking about. And so I've committed to doing a review of the markup. That it seems to be the top issue for them, and so we'll be working through that over the next number of months. But there's other things as well that I think are really important. The craft brewers get money through Destination BC for the ale trail. We are supporting through our liquor stores, craft brewers month, beer month, and just over the next number of weeks, there will be a reminder at our BC liquor stores to buy BC. We'll see some stickers outside and some window decor asking people to consider buying BC. So there's a lot of other things that can be done, but I know their top issue is the markup review, and we are working towards getting that done.
Recognizing the member for Langley Walnut Grove.
Thank you. I just want it for the record that they asked for this in September, and we're 7 months later, and breweries are closing down every month. And so time is of the essence. So if we can get on public record when you expect to have this review done and these markup changes in place. We're not talking just microbreweries. We're talking ones that are selling in BC liquor stores, which have the capacity to sell across Canada. And so it's not just the small little guys; it's the mid guys that are really struggling and starting to close their doors. So if we can just have it on record that time is of the essence for these industries, that would be appreciated. Thank you.
Conversation. Recognizing the minister.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So I'm not able to give a timeline on that issue, but I can say that we are in direct contact with the organization that represents those craft brewers, and they are comfortable with the communication that's happening right now, and they know that we're committed to making sure we get on with that review. But I absolutely understand that time is of the essence. The conversations that I had with those folks really hit home, and I understood this already, but the storytelling that they're able to do about what they would do if they had a little bit of extra money, they would most likely invest it back into their businesses, making sure that they can continue to be part of the community, hire more people. So I absolutely know their value, and we're doing that work as fast as we can.